I've done a lot of videos on reviews on locomotives and engines that I've just acquired, but I haven't done a video on some of my favorite pieces of rolling stock. Altogether, I have approximately about 120 pieces of rolling stock. Now that doesn't include my passenger cars, and so I figure I have about 80 pieces, 75 to 80 pieces that have been unboxed. And here in front of you, these are all my cars that have not been unboxed yet. So with this video, I'm going to be talking about cars that are my favorites that I've already unboxed. These are some of my favorites, and of course this could change in the future when I eventually get to unboxing all these cars that you see here. There's quite a few here. This stack actually goes further back. There's a second stack way behind, if you can see it, and then there's this stack here. And there's a couple of pieces over here. So first up is my flat car, bulkhead flat car made by Atlas. I'm a big fan of Atlas. I would say that Atlas is probably my favorite manufacturer for O-gauge rolling stock. I think they do a phenomenal job with detail. I think they do a lot of modern pieces of rolling stock, and I know they do they do steam era 2 stuff, but I really like their modern stuff. This bulkhead flat car is a common sight on the railroads. So this car comes with roller bearing caps that rotate. You've got some good ladder detail here on the end, and the lettering is pretty nice. The TTX TTX is a pretty common sight on the railroads, and this car really rolls along nicely. Next up is Lionel's PS2 CD hopper. I have a number of these. This one is one of the first ones I ever got in my collection, and so I came to like it right off the bat when I got it. The detail work is nice. It's got some nice catwalks on top. It does have the roller bearing caps on the wheels, which is again a nice touch, and again, it's a common sight on the railroads. Here's a 50-foot rail box boxcar. Again, another common sight on the railroads. And if you guys haven't gathered already, that I like to collect cars that you see a lot on today's railroads. I think it's important to kind of model what you would commonly see on today's railroads. But I actually have 3 of these railbox boxcars right now. I only have this one that's unpacked, and I've got 2 more that are still boxed up that eventually I'll be taking out. But again, this car is very bright. I like the yellow. I like the railbox symbol with the big R, and the 4 arrows, the red and blue arrows on the other side. Really nice car. This is one of my favorite pieces of rolling stock. This is the Trinity covered hopper by Atlas. I really like it because, number one, again, it's a very common sight on the railroads. I like CSX, and I really like the detail. Everything from the ladder rungs to the hatches at the bottom, and even the blue roller bearing caps that rotate when the car moves. This is the only car that I have that has the blue roller bearing caps So a lot of nice detail on this car. So I have a number of, I probably have about 20 tank cars in my collection of different sizes, I have all different kinds of colors. But I think this one is my favorite. This is the Norfolk Southern tank car, and it's the Heritage unit that pays tribute to Conrail. Like I said in my reefer car video, I'm a big fan of Conrail. Even though they're no longer around, you don't see them anymore. I do like Conrail, and this car is very colorful. It's got the two-tone blue, it's got the lighter blue, and then it's got the two darker blue stripes with the gold trim, and the bright white lettering with the black trim. So a very, very colorful, bright car. This car is made by Lionel. Next up is Lionel's ACF hopper. Again, this is a very common car that you see on the freight railroads. This car is an all aluminum body. I am a big fan of Chessie. I have a number of Chessie pieces of rolling stock. You guys saw my Chessie MTH ST40 running around the layout in one of my previous videos. So I'm a big Chessie fan. I actually have another PS2 PS2 CD Chessie hopper, just like the BNSF one I showed you earlier in this video, and it's all yellow. But this car I bought on eBay. Some of the rungs in the corners are broken and missing. That's the only drawback with this car, but I really do like this car. It's got some nice graphics. I like the bright yellow color, and it's a nice heavy car because it's got the all aluminum body. Next up is MTH's 50-foot high cube box cars, the TTX. These are very common on the railroads, and I've been dying to get these. I would love to have a Atlas 60-foot high cube box car in one of these, but you just can't get them. They're all sold out, and if you try to buy one on eBay, people sell them for over $100 used. They're in high demand because they're very common on today's railroads. So when MTH came out with this one, they came out with two numbers. So I bought both of them, and you can actually see it in the background. My second TTX boxcar in the background on the left-hand side. That's my other one. I wanted to get as many as I could because I just really like this car. Another modern piece that you see a lot on the railroads. But it's got some nice graphics. It's got that double-headed arrow again, just like the Railbox symbol. It's Railcar Pooling Experts. It says underneath the TTX. So really nice car. Okay, the last car that I'm going to be showing you guys today is the MTH's center beam lumber car, flat bulkhead center beam flat car that carries lumber. I have two of these, this one, and then I have another one that I still have not unboxed. I like this car because, again, it's pretty common on the railroads. I sound like a broken record, but I like this one in particular because it's more prototypical. The length is prototypical. I know you can get these lumber cars shorter in length, but I like these ones because they're longer and more prototypical. So what I'll do now is I will show you these cars running around the layout so you can see them in action. For those of you who are unfamiliar with my old channel, this is my MTH Proto 3 U30C that you haven't seen yet if you haven't been to my old channel. So I thought I'd show this off for you guys pulling the train around. And just pardon the mess around the layout. I've been doing a lot of work to the layout. I'm working on scenery, and I've been spending a lot of time trying to work on the layout. So there's a lot of things lying around the layout. So without further ado, here we go.
Dispatcher, this is the dog catch crew, over. This is the dispatcher. Go ahead, over. Dispatcher, we're on board now, over. Do you have all your paperwork? Have you read and acknowledged everything, over? They're waiting further instructions, over. Okay to proceed on signal indication, over. Roger that, dispatcher. Okay to proceed on signal indication, out.
hope you guys enjoyed that little video. It's been tough, like I said in my last video, it's been tough to make videos because I've been busy working on this layout. I hope to be putting out in the coming weeks, doing an episode 14. I've got some exciting stuff that I'll be adding to the layout that I'd like to show off to you guys. So until next time, stay safe and have fun running your trains.